Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts. In this video I'll be looking at Dick Tracy issue 2. Okay, so second issue of Dick Tracy from Mad Cave. Uh, yeah, I like this one a lot. This was a good one. So they're definitely leaning massively into the kind of hardball noir stuff rather than kind of the more whimsical, obviously version of Dick Tracy that used to be in the old kind of dailies or collections or whatever. So we start with this guy here who's called Pat Patton. So for a bit of alliteration. Um, so he is apparently a ex army guy that is basically just goes onto this site building site as a fight with his dudes and they are kind of building these new constructions. And he looks like he's trying to find his brother. Apparently his brother has been killed, and this is the last place he was registered as being somewhere he worked for. And they basically warn him off and say, yeah, don't come back because we're going to put you in concrete shoes effectively and put you under the foundation of the houses. And then it's oh, this guy is like, oh, it's Prune Face. Okay, cool. Then Mumbles is there talking to Dick Tracy. The chief comes in and basically says that Mumbles needs to be taken off somewhere. Um, and it looks like that's a bit of a lie. Then we get interesting enough, but then we get a flashback to Dick Tracy that evening, actually dreaming about the war, and we assume it's Dick Tracy because look, we see Dick Tracy in his yellow little raincoat, so that seems to be that. He's woken up by um, Tess Trueheart, who's in the office of her father, and basically discovers what's going on, and apparently Mumbles is there. That his name's on a payroll that he shouldn't be there, so obviously Mumbles is now someone he's going to talk to, but the chief took him away. Then we cut to this restaurant again. Pruneface is there. Pat Patton turns up basically and says, "Yep, I know what's going on. You're a bad guy. I need to sort you out. You need to tell me what happened to my brother." But he's got sway with the police because the police basically escort him out as if he's kind of like upstanding citizen, as it were. They go back to the police station. He runs into Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy recognises him from being in the war. He knows what's going on about the Green Eye case and obviously the gunning down of the original two guys we saw in the first issue. Um, so this is where the one problem with the issue gets me. So it turns out that whoever took, whether or not it was the chief directly or whether or not it was someone above him or whatever, basically turned Mumbles over to these guys. And it's Flat Top. Um, and Flat Top guns down Mumbles for basically ratting him out about what's going on. Now, we're issue 2 into this series. When you kill off one of your Rose Gallery by the second issue, you get the impression that this series is not going to last very long. This is going to be a 4 issue, this is going to be a 6 issue, whatever. Um, I don't quite get that because Mumbles is a part of Dick Tracy, as Flat Top is, as Pruneface is, and all that kind of stuff. So why kill Mumbles in issue 2? If this has been successful, then okay, you can do flashbacks, I suppose. But that's what's the point in that? You want to carry on from where you are. You start killing all these bad guys off in the first story you do, and you want to carry on doing it. You've got nobody left to go. It's kind of pointless. And all of those early ones, even the cartoon and the early dailies, obviously they kept the characters going for ages. You didn't have to kill it, Flat Top off after the third issue, and then Mumbles off in the second, all this kind of stuff as well. So the idea of that just seemed really strange. I don't understand why they couldn't have just took him away, put him out of Dick Tracy's way, so we couldn't get the information from him, and then kind of just held him there, and obviously then he could be rescued later on. Killing him just seems a bit over the top and a bit silly, um, because it's like doing a new Batman story and killing the Joker off in the second issue, and you go, what was the point in that? Well, it's or yeah. Anyway, that's my only complaint about this one. So I don't think this is going to last very long. I think this is going to be a 6 issue and done. And that's it. And then whether or not that's the license or whether or not that was just a thing, I don't know. Anyway, It turns out that it goes back to this guy called Lips Madness, who is apparently buying all his construction areas out, and also he is kind of got most of the rackets running in the city as well. And apparently this is him here. And this guy basically comes along and says, "Oh, okay, so that's going on. Okay, you've got you've got my grandkids here, all this kind of stuff as well." And he said, "Oh, what's happened?" And he says, "Oh, they've got prune face." And he said, "Well, sorry, mumbles." Did I say prune face every other time? Let's see. Anyway, mumbles. God dear, oh dear, terrible. Um, so mumbles is been killed, and they go, "Okay, we know what that means. If they kill mumbles by flat top, then it means war. So there's going to be some kind of gangster kind of war again between stuff like that as well." But again, don't kill off your kind of your key characters. Prune face, mumbles, flat top. I mean, they're the only ones I can remember. But I mean, they should be like your three corners of your thing of like the height, the gangs and all this kind of stuff. Even if Mumbles is kind of like the go-between man, everyone's kind of like, he falls out of one group and then he gets kidnapped and put inside, and he falls out of another group and this kind of stuff, and he's always the guy that is in the know and what's going on. But the idea you literally kill him in the second issue just seems really strange. It's not going to stop me from buying the rest of it though, because I enjoyed it. As I was reading it, I was thinking this is actually really good. This is very, very, it kind of in that as I mentioned, the kind of gritty hardball style that I normally enjoy, and so I can understand. It's kind of like everything. I mean, again, everything. I'm just thinking going back over Thundercats and Space Ghost and all this kind of stuff. It's like, oh, modern audiences can take whimsical stuff. It's like, well, no, they can if you do it well. If you can do stuff that, it doesn't have to be violence and death and all this kind of stuff as well. You can have, you can have fist fights in this. There's no need to have people gunned down. There could be people, you got to have obviously some killed because there's got to be a murderer at the beginning of it. But the idea is it's as graphic as it is, and you just can't have fist fights and people get knocked out or kidnapped or whatever. Anyway, but it's still ain't bad. So yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, so that's third issue. Sorry, second issue. Sorry. Third issue will be soon. I will be buying it, and we will see what happens with the rest of the series. But yeah, all in all, pretty damn good. So that's pretty much all I can say about this one, and unless I continue to ramble on for much, much longer. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you on another video at some point soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.